Hey everybody, it's Sunday night, 7 p.m. here on the flagship show of Unlock the Middle. Josh Tobat, proud principal of Memorial Pathway Academy in Garland ISD, Garland, USA. Welcome everybody, finishing the Fantastic Four weekend of free PD. Remember, all of this is free PD at your fingertips, so there's no excuses for not learning from each other because you know what? That's the only way we get stronger. Stronger together by learning from each other's crafts, trades, experiences, bringing it to the table. Josh Dawad, like I said, in here with our guest. But you know what? Before I hand it over to Dean, remember, like us, share it if you see it on the rebroadcast, because that's what we need to hear. We need to hear your input, your ideas, and it doesn't matter where you're at, whether it be Alaska, whether it be Hawaii, whether it be Maine, whether it be Florida, and blessings to all our colleagues in Florida and South Carolina and anyone that was affected. God bless you. We're prayed for this Sunday. We wish you nothing but the best in your children and all your students. Be blessed today. I hand it over now to our host, Dean.
Well, Josh, thank you very much. And again, welcome everybody to Unlock the Middle Sunday night, the flagship show where we actually meet up with people from around the country that just have that positive ripple in education. And it's probably one of my favorite times of the week. You know, we've been doing this now for 3 years. And don't let that number 81 episode scare you away because we probably have 200 in front of that one. So we're always doing something to try to become a little bit better and build capacity for ourselves and the people around us because that's what we do. My name is Dean Packard. I am the principal of Charlton Middle School in Charlton, Massachusetts. One of the co-founders of Unlock the Middle. And now we've got Josh, Chris, and myself just ripping it up and having some fun every Sunday night and a couple times during the week just to try to get a little bit better together. So yeah, happy to see you, Josh. And obviously tonight we got another great guest coming on. And more importantly, it's going to be something that we're going to get just a little better with and after we get a feel for what his story is all about. So how's your football team doing?
Well, being a Washington Commanders supporter in the Lone Star State is not one of the promising things. And being
I thought you were a New England's Patriot fan. That's what
no, I think.
Oh man, a Tampa Bay now because you're a Brady fan. I get it.
No,
come on, you're
who
a follower.
do you know? Hey, my guest out there, who knowingly says I'm a Washington Commanders fan? Nobody.
You're the first one to say it, so I have to go in a different direction, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know you had that in you. All right. Let's skip that. Let's rewind that. Let's go back to something else. Hey, why don't you bring our guest in tonight? You know, we had an opportunity to see him before. It's nice to have him back again, but why don't you, I'll bring him in, do a little bit of talking about him.
You know, we had this awesome guest, superintendent, and in the superintendent's roundtable, I think it was like around a month ago. And you know what? They brought all their wisdom. They brought all their knowledge. And I also had heard Dr. Nagler in another podcast, and he brought to the table this energy, this enthusiasm that you could have seen here on Unlock the Middle during the Red Zone Superintendent Roundtable. And during the other podcast, I heard that this young man is a visionary for education. He brings to the table a way of higher education, but not at the end. All of us are still stuck in the 1980s factory style. That's a reality. And the pandemic did not change. We said, oh, no, education can change. Oh, no, we could. No, we're going back to the same stuff. But that's beyond our sphere of influence. We can only control what's within our sphere of influence. And you know what? Maybe we still have this opportunity open for the ideas that are brought to the table by visionaries like Dr. Nagler. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Unlock the Middle, the flagship show of our chain.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me. You're a Washington fan.
I start laughing at that.
I'm still scratching. I'll take it when we get it.
Oh, it's good stuff. Hey, Mike, do me a favor. Just give the audience a little background about you. Just how you got started in education. You know, your rise to where you're at today from your superintendency role. Just talk about that trajectory and what that looks like.
You're in Brooklyn, New York, in New York, which I am a proud product of many years ago. And I was an administrator in the city. Move after 1999, and ever since then, school principal, deputy superintendent. Started my 14th year, and so 6th year overall. So I'm not feeling that tells me otherwise.
Joshua, you start off. You're muted, Josh. You got a technological challenged moment.
I guess I'm traumatized by the Redskin thing. All right, Dr. Nagler, can you do this real quick? Can you log off and log back on? Your delay is really going right now. And
Yeah.
Dean and I will banter back and forth while you log off and log back in again. So, Dean, you know what? The book that he's going to bring to the table, and I'm not going to steal none of the thunder because I didn't write it, but it's one of those things that we kept saying, let's change stuff now that we have COVID. Let's not throw out everything. But you know what? I don't know about Massachusetts, but in Texas, we're going back to the same nonsense, brother.
Well, yeah, we're doing a lot of the things that we're very comfortable with, but yet we're still trying to look at utilizing the tools that COVID had allowed us to use and try to make our job a little more efficient. I mean, one of the things I liked when I was doing research about Mike's school and his district and things of that nature, they're an Apple school. They've 100% come around and they've embraced the technology to change education. And I'm really looking forward to hearing that. And Mike's back. Hi. Let's try it now.
I am back. Okay.
Definitely a little bit better. That delay is still there, but we're going to work through that, and we're going to make the best of what we have here. So let's give that a shot. Josh, why don't you start off with where you're going to go with your question?
No, it just gives a little bit of. I didn't hear most of the background, just where you started off from moving into superintendent. I think it's crucial that people know of the area that you're in right now.
In a suburb of New York City, about 20 miles from Manhattan. A fairly wealthy in terms of pretty much everything in the my district is a small district. We've seen a shift last 22 years, majority white to, and we have about 45% Hispanic, right behind our white population. Diverse over the years. What's the thing about teaching and learning?
So, based on what you just said about the years, what do you see right now in education at this stage of your career in the place that you're at as compared to, let's say, 20 years ago? What do you notice that's the difference? And obviously, from your perspective.
Hey, look, the biggest difference is the internet. I mean, kids, we 15 years old, it's maybe cycle kindergarten that has influence at your fingertips on every go. And then this social media sucks kids in, especially there's so many unhealthy things that we don't lived it. And probably the public schools was when the teller not seeing a shift where you're at childhood. And as school systems, we look at how terrible. I wouldn't want to be a kid today. Any of our practices to deal with that for kids.
You make a valid point, because you're looking to see that we all sit in from the leaderships in school-based management. The internet can be the greatest asset, but it can also be the deadliest friend. And because of the fact that it's just there's no filter on it, and there's no opportunity for kids to take back what they hit when they hit send. They don't understand the ramifications of what they do sometimes, because it casts a big web, and it becomes a real cloudy thing. But I will also say that we've had a lot of technological advances during COVID that have made us better, that have made us stronger in our business. And if we can focus on them and bring them to the forefront, I think our schools will run more efficiently. And I think that will be a lot better with our systems in place. Now, speaking about that change and how it sometimes change is not easy for teachers and parents or anybody, and especially in education, because I always say this, and I don't want to say this really too loud publicly, but sometimes in education, we're about 10 years behind where we could be if we wanted to. I'm not saying everywhere. There are places that are. And we do the old things because we're comfortable. Those systems are in place. Okay. But as you evolve and you get those kids ready for that college experience coming out of high school, we have the word I'm looking for, we have a reasonable belief that we need to embrace that stuff, because if we don't, we're in trouble. But let's talk about the shift and how this change is probably viewed from teachers and parents, because it's a tough change.
I think the only human change is a baby with that really school. I think in order to lead, we have to think things that we have to shift. I think plan into how we need to be a little more mistakes and make mistakes and understand, and we can make mistakes, and that's okay. And we need to shift the way we assess kids. The assessment piece that wants to rank and sort our children. It amazes me that for 50, right, you establish a proficiency level, half are above it. So we are ranking kids, and inevitably half of our kids are or below. And when you do that, true, tests can tell us that. But you play into this game, we have to chase the test instead of we have to a whole bunch of life lessons. Like, do we teach it? Teach some crazy courses, but literacy should be the number one thing we teach in school, because that's where they keep their digital footprint. That's what we should be teaching.
Hey, Doc, I know you're an awesome leader, and I know you're dropping tons of knowledge, but your signal's like really rough, and I don't think that people should lose what you're bringing to the table.
All right. Let me see if
understood.
I can.
Yeah, I understood half of what you were saying, and I know what awesomeness you have, and I just like that last answer. I picked up maybe a quarter of it, and I don't think it's fair that we cheat you out of that.
I got you.
I call it my OCD control issues, but I've been accused of that.
I am literally. So let me. Is it delayed still?
Yeah, still delayed. I don't know if you have a hardwire capability.
No, I can't. I'm not.
You're not at the office. You're at home.
Oh, see, if I was at the office, it would be here. All right, let me relocate, and maybe that.
Yeah, no worries. Even if you jumped on with a phone, it would work too.
No, I don't know what he was talking about right now. I think it's something that we're all still facing now that people revert back to their comfort zone, like you were saying, Dean.
Yeah.
Because they had no one had a choice going on Canvas, on Microsoft Teams when the disease hit. No one had a choice.
Right.
everyone had to jump on board. But now we're all human beings are creature of habits. What are we all doing? We're reverting back to the stuff that.
And again, my statement wasn't that all teachers haven't embraced this, because they have. Okay, you back, Mike?
Yeah. No.
A little better. Still a little bit of a delay.
My still off. No.
Still probably not representing the best you right now. That's what Josh was saying.
Yeah, I mean, I can my office. It take me 10 minutes, but work. If I can do it.
Listen. I don't. I can't. We can't really hear everything that you're saying, and that's the only thing. And I was trying to think, even if you jumped on your phone, if that would be better, but even that would still come through Wi-Fi.
I'll use it with my phone. So
You
want me to do that?
What do you think, Josh?
Doc, if you got, we could log off and then come back on if you don't mind, Dean. If you got 10 minutes to your office. I don't want you to go out of your way. So
we do that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's that almost a little bit of an inconvenience on a Sunday night to make him drive to his office.
No.
I'm just saying. Yeah,
exactly. Don't worry about a live broadcast. So we're going to kind of.
If you're okay with, if you're okay with it, Dean, are you okay with?
I'm sitting in my office right now, so I mean, I'm not going anywhere. Just doing my work for the week.
All
right. So then,
I'll see you.
So we'll end the session right now.
10 minutes.
Gotcha. Yes, sir. All right.
On my way.
Thank you.
Okay.
So what do you want to do? Banter, or you want to close the session? We'll come back for part 2.
We can come back to part 2. I'll resend a link out to everybody, and we'll start fresh with the time. So we give him his just due at the time that he deserves. So obviously he's got a lot of great nuggets to share. And sometimes I wonder. I mean, the Wi-Fi in some places is just tough.
We've had 4 weeks of this.
I know.
4 weeks. Yeah. We have not had 1 week that we don't have fluency.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Sometimes those things happen. All right. So why don't we do this? Everybody out there, we're going to come back for part 2 in 10 minutes. I'll send out another link. We'll be back on, and looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Okay. Part 2. See you in a little bit. All right.